Home.
Are you a person who fancies a certain item or items? Are you a casual or a serious, even a casual collector? Many people are. Whether it's a collection they've started in their adult years or things they've added to a collection they started when they were kids. As a society, we like stuff. Some of it can be valuable. Most of it, well, it's just ours. For me as a kid, it was all about baseball and basketball cards. My brother and I had thousands at one point. Later in life, I got into a logo golf ball mode, but that's really the extent of my passion for collectibles. My mother, back in Indiana, collects teddy bears. She has hundreds of them. We aren't allowed to touch them. My late father, who was always good for a laugh, was serious about his stamp collection. Stamps dating back to the late 1800s from all over the world. And then there's the world of comic books and action figures.
It's an addiction, but I find it better than some addictions you got.
Eli Stiles works at Vintage Stock in Joplin. His field of expertise, comic books. Why is that have a $400 price tag on it?
That's $400 because it's the all-new X-Men came out a while ago, and it's basically the X-Men from back in the 70s and 60s brought into now times. And it doesn't hurt that it's signed by Stan Lee.
Both the comic book and action figure industries have topped the $1 billion mark in sales each year for more than a decade.
It's definitely booming right now because of all the movies and TV shows that are on right now.
Stiles is also an avid collector of action figures and toys, and like many like him, it's all about what you can get. After all, there's a reason they're called collectibles.
Most collectors like to buy more than they like to sell. I mean, that's how I am. I don't really want to sell my stuff. I collect it to look at all the time.
If you're ever in Rama Fretwell's house in Joplin, you can't help but look at her collection of giraffes.
About 70, maybe 75.
She bought her first one, this one, in 1974. Her latest purchase, this painting, a few months ago.
Well, I like giraffes, and the fact that I've got so many different types and in different sizes and colors and everything, it sort of grows on you.
And she's pretty selective.
Here's a pair of socks from Busch Gardens. This is a hot pad holder.
But not everything giraffe-related makes her collection. 75 over the course of 41 years isn't a crazy amount, but every one has a story, and every one is important.
Well, they're in my will.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if one of the cousins doesn't want them, then they can do with them, give them to their kids or whatever.
And we want to know what you like to collect. We've got that question up on the KOAM Fox 14 Facebook page right now. We'll run down some of the more unique ones tomorrow night, and that's when we'll also introduce you to a woman you may have heard of, a woman who's responsible for making collectibles. Linda Lindquist Baldwin is going on 30 years of making those famous Bell's nickels. What started with the simple purchase of a book at a yard sale back in the 80s has turned into an incredible business and a worldwide client base. We'll hear from her when our special report continues tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. All right, off to Washington when we return.